Hello, my name is Laura Hartz. I'm the president of the board of directors of NOFA New Hampshire, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the annual meeting. So as some of you might know, NOFA New Hampshire is a membership organization. We're a nonprofit organized under New Hampshire law, and we're driven by the spirit of our members. So every year we have an annual meeting. It's usually at our winter conference. You're doing the virtual winter conference this year. I hope you had a delicious lunch. I'm digesting mine. I just wanted to take a couple of moments to go over some announcements, run over some of the activities that have really been amazing and influential this past year, especially in light of COVID, and also highlight a few upcoming events that you might be interested in. Remember to stay tuned because close to the end of this presentation, which I guess will be maybe 20 minutes, we'll have a raffle off of some books that have been donated kindly, and you could be the lucky winner. So remember to stay tuned for that. And we'll also have a brief presentation from Denise Rico, who's our bulk order coordinator. Just a brief reminder that our bulk order deadline's coming up, and she'll sort of walk through the website to make sure that you can access all the farming supplies that you need to make 2021 a great season. So first and foremost, just a refresh on the mission of NOFA New Hampshire. So, we actively promote regenerative, ecologically sound gardening, farming, land care practices for healthy communities. Our goal is to help people build local, sustainable, and healthy food systems. We do this by a lot of boots on the ground work. We're run by a volunteer board of directors and incredible staff who I'm sure you've seen on the screen and we'll highlight here, who have made this day possible and really all of our activities possible. So thank you to our staff. Also, let me show you, I'm sure you've seen this slide already, but I'd like to show you our sponsors so that we can give them credit where credit's due. They really have made this winter conference, like all winter conferences, possible. So thank you to our sponsors. Let's see. There. You can see the sponsors on the bottom half of the screen now. We're just really grateful for all of them, and we hope that you visit their businesses, whether that's through the virtual Green Market Fair and clicking on some of their links, or you seek out their business in person at a later date. Any support of them is also support of us. Let's see here. So a couple of other highlights for the year. Currently, we have 363 members. As I mentioned, NOFA New Hampshire is driven, it's a membership organization. We're driven by our members. The benefits of membership are many. You get discounts on programming, special invitations to certain events, and really a wonderful opportunity to connect with your other farmers and gardeners, of course, in addition to the discount on the bulk order, which Denise will tell us more about. If you're not yet a member, that's okay. You can join anytime. We'd love to have you. It costs $45 to join. That's a standard membership. We also offer discounts for students and seniors, and of course, scholarship programs. And really the members are who we target our work towards and how we're able to keep going. So thank you so much to all our past members and those who have yet to join our ranks. We can't wait to have you. A couple of other thanks. We'd especially like to thank our workshop presenters today who have been highly flexible in the face of IT challenges and of course a different format from last year. So far, everything has been wonderful and we're just very grateful for your participation in our conference. And please stay tuned, audience, for the rest of the afternoon. Settle in with your cup of tea. We've got some great presentations coming up. And likewise, tomorrow we have a full day of scheduling. Tomorrow evening, I'm really excited for the keynote speaker. This is Mukhtar Idhau. He's the executive director of the ORIS organization for refugees and immigrant success. down. I believe they're located close to the Manchester area. And he'll be sharing his experiences working for this organization and how it is to work in New Hampshire as well with a diverse community of participants. Remember to check out that virtual Green Market Fair. There's a link on your screen that you'll be able to see and visit. It's a little different than our usual tables in the gym where you get little samples of things, but we hope you'll check it out, nonetheless. And usually a big feature of our Green Market Fair are all of the tables by Main Street Bookends, which is a local bookstore that we partner with they do wonderful things for us. They especially develop a book list for our conference. So you can check out that also on our website and I believe receive a discount. And some portion of every purchase of a book purchased through Main Street Bookends also goes back to NOFA New Hampshire. So really, it takes a lot of people to make this winter conference possible. We would be absolutely far adrift without all of them. And I particularly want to thank the staff. So currently that's Chadley Cole, who's our education coordinator. He's really been the driver of our winter conference. I don't know if he's on this presentation, but if he is, please give a little wave, Chadley. You've done an amazing job so far. Likewise, Denise Rico, she's our bulk order coordinator and newly our finance coordinator, and we're just delighted to have her serve in both of those roles. Denise will be giving a short presentation, as I said, towards the end of this little annual meeting. Laura Andrews, she's right there at the top of the screen. Hi, Laura, give a little wave, thank you. She's our office assistant and has been most recently promoted to program coordinator. So we're delighted to have her in this potential full-time capacity. And finally, Nikki Kolb, our operations manager. I saw Nikki, I think she's still here. Give a little wave, Nikki. We're so lucky to have Nikki really running the ship. She's our captain and we're very grateful to have her. We also have some members of the board of directors here, I think, in the audience. So Edith Pucci-Couchman. Edith, would you give a little wave right there? Yes, hello, thank you. She's our vice president. We're so lucky to have her. She chairs the Outreach and Education Committee. John Martin, I don't know if he's here. He probably is, but he's been a wonderful member of the board of directors, really providing guidance over the past couple of years. He serves as our secretary. Carl Johnson, I believe I saw him sign in. We're absolutely lucky to have him, especially given his previous role at Pete and Jerry's. And he's been instrumental in forming our newly convened Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. Joan O'Connor, I see Joan. Many of you may know Joan as the volunteer of the decade, as decided last year. We couldn't top that accolade if we tried, but luckily after a cool-off year, Joan took us up on the invitation to come back and we're delighted to have her on the board again. So thank you, Joan, for being here. We have some new board members as well. We're just very happy to have their fresh perspective. That's Jennifer Robinson. I saw her at some earlier presentations. If she's here, Jennifer, give a little wave. She operates the Kale Yard Farm down in Peterborough. Bill Wardell, who believe is also here. I saw him earlier today. He operates a pretty diverse farm, tree, fruit, nut operation, has a variety of international experiences, and we're very happy to have him. And then finally, Julie Davidson, who just joined our board, I think it was 2 weeks ago. She's the executive director at Stonewall Farm, and we're so grateful to have her personal and professional perspective. So thank you all, NOFA New Hampshire board and staff. You really make this possible. We couldn't do it without you. This is the time when normally there would be thunderous applause for all that you do. So, just imagine that in the background. And to those of you who don't yet have a formal role, yes, good job, Joan, exactly, we're applauding you all. To those of you who don't yet have a formal role with NOFA New Hampshire, you are totally welcome at our table. Please join us. So that could happen in a couple of different ways. You could become a member, as we talked about before. You could come and volunteer. We have, I think, approximately 43 volunteers this past year, in addition to the board. You could volunteer on a committee, which is a committee of the board. We have a variety of committees. So, if you have a particular skill set or interest in a certain area, we'd love your experience and your perspective. Those committees include the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, the Policy Committee, Finance Committee, Fundraising and Marketing, Quality Assurance, Governance, Education and Outreach, and Membership. If you're at all interested in joining any of those committees, please reach out. We'd love to have you. And the committees are like the way that a lot of the work gets done if we don't have, more of a staff role in that particular area. So please, we'd love to have you. I can also tell you from personal experience, I've been on the board for probably 2.5 years now. The committee work and the board role is really just very rewarding. It's wonderful to look back on the year and look and feel happy about all of the work that NOFA New Hampshire has done. So with that, let me show you a brief PowerPoint about highlights from 2020. Hopefully this will be exciting for you. Let's see. So hopefully you can see the screen. It's orange. There's the NOFA label in the right-hand corner. So I just first wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of the programming that we've done this year. It's been an incredible amount of program. Thank you to our staff for making this possible. And the first program that I find so inspiring is our farm share program. In this program, basically, we subsidize the purchase of CSA shares for families in need in New Hampshire. It's a way for those who maybe don't have the financial ability to access local and organic food to be able to have that. It also helps our farmers, our local farmers, connect with their community members. So this is just a quick visual of the kind of reach from our farm share program. So 126 people benefited from the shares that we fundraised for. 9 farms participated in that they donated or we purchased a portion of the shares so that these families could have access to the food. And then this is something that I personally find really validating, is that most of our participants, a little bit more than half of our participants, are either children or those who are over 60 years of age. And it's nice to know that we're helping people get organic and local food, healthy food that might not be able to. So this is just more of a visual of the NOFA New Hampshire Farm Share Program. There's more stats that I listed previously. You can see the list of participating farms down in the left-hand corner. Please do support them if you can, because supporting them also supports the rest of NOFA programming. And check out our sponsors on the right-hand side. Likewise, when you help out these businesses and give business to these places, then you also support NOFA New Hampshire. And of course, thank you to our Farm Share Program farmers. The second program that I wanted to highlight is the craft of farming. So the craft program, I'm sure hopefully you were able to attend some of the virtual programming that we offered this year. It was a little bit different than the in-person tours, but 2020 has been different for a lot of reasons for a lot of people. But I think amazingly adaptive response that we produced to COVID, which limited in-person gatherings, was to do virtual tours of these farms and then also a Q&A session. So, Work Song Farm, Hippies Farm, Mermaid Hill Vineyard, all of these places welcomed us in with open arms and amazingly allowed you, the members and the attendees, to ask questions. So this is just some of the advertisements from our programming. You'll recognize Steve Ford here. He's one of the board members with his wife, Dawn. And Julie Davidson, new board member. Excellent. And the other program that I wanted to highlight is our organic gardening series. So many of you probably know Ron Christie. If you haven't met him already, then I'm excited for you to have the opportunity to meet such a bubbly, joyous, hilarious human being. He looks very serious in this picture, but he has been leading an organic gardening series for us this past year, again, virtual, due to the COVID response that was required. And these are just wonderful videos that he produced, well, Chadley Cole produced with Ron Christie's fabulous knowledge sharing and acting, in which he highlighted a variety of ways to start your own garden. And, you know, newsflash, we'll be having another organic gardening series program upcoming very soon. The first program is February 23. You can still register and have access to all of the workshops. It's definitely a fountain of knowledge to be able to participate with Ron Christie in this way. So this is just a couple of screenshots from his past presentations. And then a quick word about bulk order. So bulk order is your opportunity to buy organic farm and gardening supplies at a discount. It's really a wonderful benefit that we offer to members and non-members alike. Members get a discount, of course, but Denise Rico will share some more information about the bulk order opportunity shortly. And it's a great way to get ready for the 2021 season. Another program that we did this last year that we are not likely to be continuing in the future, but that we were very happy to be a part of historically is the gleaning program. And there's Laura Andrews, star right there in the middle, our office assistant, now program coordinator. And she, as well as other staff in connection with the New Hampshire Gleans program, you know, connected to various nonprofits across New Hampshire, ensured that food that was left in the fields was harvested and provided to those in need. So a tremendous amount of food was provided. Let's see, I have a stat on that here at some location. Yeah, so 137 customers. So sorry, that's bulk order. Let's see. Okay, I'll have to get back to you on the gleaning stat, but Laura Andrews was really instrumental in getting recently harvested food and that would have gone to waste into the mouths of those who need it. So thank you, Laura. Thank you for the gleaning program. Another initiative that NOFA New Hampshire has undertaken this past year is to really understand and reflect on our role in social justice. So, you know, we're just starting this work out. We're trying to do our best. Our work so far has been to join, or rather form, a diversity, equity, and inclusion committee, and also start to really look to other organizations in the state and in the region that are already working on social justice and trying to make the world a better place and recognizing maybe some past actions that are not as equitable to people with different backgrounds. So we're excited to have that new initiative. As part of that sort of new awareness, we created a Why Organic Now presentation this past fall, in which we talked about linking social justice to personal and planetary health. That was a very successful program. Thank you to all who attended. We also showed a film called Kiss the Ground and had a panel thereafter. This was an incredible opportunity to talk about the regenerative aspects of agriculture and how we can work to really refresh our world and rebuild our world through appropriate care of soil. Another interesting opportunity that we've had this year is to participate in New Hampshire Feeding New Hampshire. We are one of the first organizations to get on board. And this concept was to try to help farmers, local farmers, connect again with those who might not have access to local and healthy food. So that's either through coordinated contracts or through connection with supply for food pantries, that kind of thing. This was in connection with the New Hampshire Food Bank, the New Hampshire Food Alliance, and the New Hampshire Farm Bureau Federation. really a wonderful activity and way to connect with the community, especially in light of COVID. So speaking with connection, this past year, we have had a tremendous outreach or successful outreach to the community. So currently we have approximately 6,247 social media followers. I hope you'll join and follow us on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you get your social media. We've reached over almost 4,000 people, so 3,993. That's through educational programming and through our e-newsletter and through all of the articles that our staff and board members have assembled and tried to connect New Hampshire and New England with. And then we've had a fair number of workshops, so 58 workshops this past year. In large part, that was due to our winter conference run by Monica Rico last winter. Thank you so much, Monica. And we're just so happy to have had that impact on our community and are looking forward to 2021. Of course, we wouldn't be anywhere without our staff. So here's just, apologies for the pixelated view, but here's just a quick view of our staff. We love them and we would be nowhere without them. And a quick view of our board members. So we're very, very lucky to have, I think it's 8 now, we're up to 8, which is a great number. We're always looking for more board members too. So if you're interested and excited, please join us. We'd love to have you. I hope that they're viewed as friendly meetings. I think they are. And once we get back in person, that will be nice too. But right now we're on Zoom like most things. And, we'd really love to hear your perspective on how we can help NOFA New Hampshire better serve New Hampshire. So 2020 has been quite a year. We really have succeeded in a lot of ways and adapted to what was very challenging for the community at large with the COVID pandemic. But we're glad to have come this far, and we're looking forward to 2021. So as I mentioned, upcoming programs to keep in mind, the bulk order sale, that's open until February 28th. So you only have 2 more weeks. Denise is going to present after this to be able to answer your questions. The Feeding the Family Organic Gardening Series, that begins on February 23rd. That's that 10 virtual evening classes and 5 monthly virtual classes from June through October. So basically the program extends from February to October with lovely Ron Christie. And then the Farm Share program, we'll be doing that again in 2021. Again, we hope to subsidize CSA shares for those who can't afford it. Last year, we contributed about 13,000. So, we hope to be able to do that this year. And the craft program, likewise, this was, as I said, a great way to connect with local farms, and we'll hopefully get there again for 2021. So let's see, 2 other announcements from 5 Rivers. Well, we'll do the book raffle. I'm going to do one more announcement and then we'll do the book raffle. So 5 Rivers Conservation Trust is a local New Hampshire nonprofit who reach out to us. They do a lot of conservation of farmland. They have this special initiative that's pretty time sensitive. They're trying to help Larry Pletcher conserve the vegetable ranch in Warner, which is 118 acres of organic farmland and forest. This is a snapshot of the website that you can visit up top. And it's a great opportunity to save this prime piece of farmland in Warner. I think so far they've succeeded in 93% of their fundraising goal. They only have a little bit left to go, so this is a great time to get involved. The 5 Rivers Conservation Trust. And I'm going to take a moment and look at the questions, and then we'll get to the most exciting part, which I'm sure you're all waiting for, which is the book raffle. So let's see here. Thank you to sponsors. Yes, excellent. Here's a question. Will the PowerPoints used this morning by the speakers be available? I think that they will be. Nikki, do you have an answer on that off the top of your head?
Yes, so if folks are interested in those, please email us and we'll see which workshop presentations are available.
And as I'm remembering, like as part of their purchase of a ticket, they'll have access to the videos that were taken. So you can always like watch the video again also, and pause on the slides if you need to.
That's right.
Yes. Oh, and then someone else asked a question about how farm share participants are chosen. And Laura Andrews had a great answer. There's income guidelines and an application process for the farm share program. The shares are distributed first come, first serve. So, you know, we do our best to equitably serve all the people that we can. And then just a news flash, NOFA New Hampshire, turn on your video so that we can see you if you would like, no pressure. I made sure to get the black beans and chocolate cake out of my teeth, but you don't have to do that. It's nice to see you all. And hello. And then the gleaning program, we had a question about why the gleaning program was dropped. That was just because we came to understand that there's a lot of other organizations in New Hampshire that are doing gleaning and doing fabulous work, primarily in the areas that we would be doing gleaning. So we were trying to, in dropping the gleaning program, we were trying to sort of focus on what we do well and also not try to do everything, especially when others can do it better in a short description. Yeah, but other questions or other comments? We can also get to the most exciting part, which is the book raffle. Let's see here. Nikki and Laura, are we ready to do the book raffle?
Yeah. Did you have a slide that you were sharing with the pictures, or did you want me to share a slide with the pictures?
Oh, I do. Let's see if I can pull that up again. Here we go. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. There we go. So here are the one of four books that folks could potentially win. Yeah, Engage, Connect, Protect, The Market Gardener, Earth Repair. And then this one over here is Soil Science, I think. Soil Science for Gardeners. Wonderful options. And the way that we were going to do this was to rely on the power of the internet to generate a random number. So bear with us for one moment.
All right. Are you ready for winner number one?
I'm ready. Drum roll.
Okay. Which book?
Winner? Yeah, go ahead.
Which book are we going from left to right?
Yeah.
All right. So Engage, Connect, Protect is going to Jean Rogers.
Yay! Congratulations,
Yay.
Jean. We hope you enjoy it. Oh, this is a good plug for a new initiative by our outreach committee. I think it's Outreach and Education, which is a book club in NOFA, New Hampshire. So if you're looking for some friends to talk about a book with, we have those friends ready for you. Maybe the next book should be one of those four here.
Good idea. All right. So The Market Gardener, drum roll. Winner number two is Becky Colpitts.
Yay, Becky, congratulations.
Right. Writing that down to make sure we get you your books.
And Jean-Martin Fortier is presenting tomorrow, right, Nikki? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so that'll be a wonderful opportunity to read and then also hear from the person themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's tomorrow, I think the first session.
Okay, excellent.
And then we have Earth Repair is going to you're gonna have to reveal to us who you are. Ruth's iPad.
Ooh,
So please send me your email, Ruth.
wonderful, Ruth's iPad, fabulous.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Let's see here. One more second. Back to the internet. Okay. All right. The final book, Soil Science for Gardeners, is going to Jill Leavenworth.
Hey, Jill.
Yay.
Enjoy. Slash, can I borrow that when you're done? I have to figure out what's going on with my garden. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, folks, for tuning in to our annual meeting. At this point, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Denise Rico to give you, oh, maybe I should just check and see what those questions are. 1 second. Yes, awesome. So just a little bit of chat about some of the available programming for tomorrow. That's great. Thank you everyone for using the chat feature. It looks like you're doing a great job of communicating among yourselves. So please continue to do that. And of course, if you have questions related to IT, that's that info@NOFA-NH.org. Feel free to email it. Let's see, I'll put up the sponsors picture again. And the website if you need more information. We're just so happy that you're here. So thank you so much for attending today so far, and stay tuned for the rest of a great day. Denise, would you like to take it over?
Sure, I can take it over now. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. You sound great.
Awesome. Let's see here. Where do you think I'm going to start? Right there. So I looked at the folks that are in the room now, and I see that quite a few of them have already placed their bulk order. Thank you so much for supporting NOFA New Hampshire through our bulk order program. And if you're not familiar with it, the bulk order is a cooperative buying program where we can combine little tiny gardener orders with bigger orders for farmers to get discount pricing from our 7 vendors. So our vendors include Brookdale Fruit Farm in Hollis, New Hampshire, the coast of Maine. We offer their lobster compost. Fur Trail Company, which is out of Pennsylvania, they have lots of fertilizers and products for livestock. Ideal Compost, which is in Peterborough, New Hampshire, we offer a couple of their products. Lakeview Organic Grain, which is in the Lakes Country, the Finger Lakes region in New York, offer a big line of organic cover crop seeds at really reasonable pricing. North Country Organics is a fertilizer blending company in Vermont. We offer their entire line of blended fertilizers and other minerals that they offer for organic gardeners. We offer many supplies from Organic Growers Supply, including smaller quantities of cover crop seeds and lots of pest control products and other supplies. And then we offer the full line of Vermont Compost Company's composts and potting mixes. The deadline for bulk orders is February the 28th, and pickup is in 3 locations the weekend of March the 20th and the 21st. So you can see those there, Andover, Ware, and Rochester. And then let's see. going to share a different screen here. Our pickup locations are donated and have been donated for many years from these three companies you see here. Country Three Corners has been hosting the bulk order forever, as well as the owner of the Stove Barn in Rochester. The Spalding Industrial Complex is owned by the same guy who owns the Stove Barn, which is in Chichester, I believe. A newer host for our bulk order is Beltates over in Andover. And all of these businesses, we could not do it without them. They offer free space to NOFA, New Hampshire for the bulk order and free usage of their forklifts to unload the products from the trucks. So without them, we couldn't be, and without our volunteers that load all of this stuff into people's vehicles, we would not succeed. So we owe great debt to them. And if you want to volunteer, you do get a 5% discount off of your order. So contact me if you're interested in volunteering. Oh, and a bit on the member discount on the bulk order. The pricing that you see in the store is the discounted pricing. Non-members pay a fee above and beyond the pricing that you see in the store. Not seeing the store.
Want me to pull it up, Denise?
Sure.
Let's see. I think I can do that.
There it is. I see it. Okay. This is our online Square store for the bulk order, which the Square people so kindly put us on a new platform this year. So there are a couple of glitches, but it's mostly working properly. Let me get all the way up to the top. So you can see a little note about the glitches we're having with the store. And what you will find is some directions on how to place the order, details on the pickup locations and the times. And then we have several categories where you can see the variety of minerals that we offer for soil amendments. We try to offer everything you could possibly need for your soil. I would recommend getting a soil test first. And then we have some other organic fertilizers here. And then mostly the North Country blends here with this berry mix that comes from Fir Trail. Going down, we have some liquids. A little aside right here. Organic Growers Supply, which is a division of Fedco, is not selling fertilizers into New Hampshire this year due to a regulatory issue they were having with the state of New Hampshire. So we have tried to find alternatives to the products that were really popular through Organic Growers Supply. So we now have the Neptune's Harvest liquids, and this organic gem we get from North Country. Neptune's Harvest is coming from Birkdale. And then we've got the compost products, some potting soils, a huge line of organic cover crop seed. The smaller versions coming from Organic Grower Supplies, and the 50-pound versions come from Lakeview. Under that, we have the inoculants for your seeds, which I would highly recommend that you do inoculate your seed before you plant it to get it off to a good start. And then there's a boatload of pest control products, which if you're certified, you need to make sure you can use these products that you have followed the rules for using any of these products. And then we have a big section with different supplies for harvesting and for growing in the field, including, you know, mulches and I'm not seeing the tomato stakes. Are they on here? They must be somewhere. And then we have a full line of irrigation supplies from Brookdale, the animal nutrition from Fur Trail, and then a few items from NOFA, New Hampshire. And that is about all I have. I think I hit on everything. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to take them.
Thank you so much, Denise, for walking us through the website. That was really helpful, and good to know that that's where I can get my bumper sticker, my additional bumper stickers and NOFA member sign. I love that. We did have one quick question about COVID precautions in pickup. And I know that last year we dealt with it, you dealt with it in an amazingly adept way because COVID happened like just as soon as the bulk order pickup was supposed to take place. So can you talk to us a little bit about the COVID precautions that we'll have in place for pickup this year too?
Sure. I think they'll be very similar to what we did last year. We will add the use of masks, of course, which we were not doing last year in March. I do believe at pickup, I'm going to schedule the pickup like I did last year, which is divide people into groups by alphabet so that everybody's not arriving at the same time. So I'll give the folks that have purchased a window of an hour or so to arrive during their alphabetic time so that we don't get 50 people at the site at the same time. Volunteers will load your car, and I think we'll request that people stay in their vehicle while we load. And then they can get out and check the order if they need to do that. We'll try to maintain our distance, or we will maintain our distance. And the pickup sites are outside, so that's an advantage. I think that's about it. I guess we'll use gloves and we'll have hand sanitizer and masks.
Wonderful, that's great.
And if the hour I assign to the customers doesn't work out, we can accommodate, you know, a few people that need to come at a different time. So
that's great. Thank you, Denise.
Sure, you're welcome.
So let's see, a couple of other questions. It looks like there was a question on the deadline for ordering. So that's February 28th.
Yes.
Awesome. Any other questions that folks have? Oh, I have a question that came up earlier. Denise, what if there's something that I need for my farmer garden that I don't see listed on the website? Is there anything you can do to help me?
We can get a special order going from any of our vendors. With the exception of Coast of Maine, we only carry the lobster compost from them.
Okay, awesome.
So any item that you would see in the catalogs of any of those other vendors, we can get pricing from those vendors and put it into the bulk order store.
That makes great sense. And just a personal question. I mean, I know you have your own organic landscaping company. What's your favorite product? What will you buy the most of this year?
Well, my favorite product, I guess I shouldn't say, but it is the most popular product that we sell. It would be the ProGrow from North Country Organics.
Oh.
I use that a lot in people's gardens. I use it for my own organic vegetable production, my certified organic vegetable production. And I really like the lobster compost from the Coast of Maine. I do use that when I plant for clients, and I use it occasionally when I plant here at the farm.
Awesome. Thank you. That's great.
So it's ProGrow. ProGrow is the star of the bulk order.
Yeah, where is that? Love to see it.
It's way up at the top.
Okay.
ProGrow, and also the potting mixes from Vermont Compost. The blue ProGrow, it's ubiquitous. You see it everywhere now. A lot of farm stores carry it, and Agways and so forth.
Awesome.
Pro Holly is becoming more popular. I've been using that in my business too. And another thing new in the bulk order this year is we are offering 25-pound sizes of some of the popular North Country products.
Awesome.
Before it was only 50, and now you can get it in a 25-pound bag.
That's really great. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for walking us through the bulk order website. That's really great. I know I'm gonna bookmark it and send it to all my friends and family. Everyone here on this meeting, you can too. It's a great way to support NOFA New Hampshire and also get some good products for a good deal for your farm and garden. So thanks so much for that reminder, Joan, to do that. That's a great idea.
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah, thank you, Denise.
You're welcome.
So I believe we have just a couple of more minutes, but I'd like to give you all time to, go get another cup of tea, another cup of coffee, take a walk around the living room, whatever it is you need to do. We're so excited to have you all here. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to check out the rest of the programming. Our next, here, Laura Andrews, am I stealing your speech? You give your wonderful end of meeting wrap up. I'm so sorry. Laura or Nikki, whichever.
That's okay. I'm just pulling up the schedule. So the next session starts at 1:45. It's Indigenous Foodways. Oh, I don't have the full title actually. It is Indigenous Historical and Contemporary Stewardship of Our Lands and Foodways with Paul and Denise Pulio. And we can pop that link into the chat.
Wonderful.
And then Nikki, I don't know if you have anything else to add.
Looks like she's good.
Okay.
All right, folks, you have about, let's see, a little less than 30 minutes. So maybe get a quick power nap in and we'll see you at 1:45. Thank you. Bye-bye.